Key attitudinal and behavioral differences. We talked about stress. Stress is something that I think people do not understand. I don't think they understand how debilitating stress can be. It's immobilizing. Jane Michael talked about people putting their bills under the sofa. It is a complete, stress is an amazing thing. They tend to take on several financial obligations each month, so where they might have been okay one month, they're more aggressive at obtaining credit or obtaining obligations of some sort to meet the needs that they believe that they have to meet, and they aren't the needs of the house. They are about 4 times as likely to pay key monthly bills late. That's a 25% raise. They don't feel comfortable talking to their banks. There's that issue of fear. Prioritizing is challenging, and they don't think they're next to treat them fairly. As opposed to homeowners in good standing, they tend to manage the financials much better. They are rarely late on their obligations, and they think that their banks are there to help them. There are some commonalities in both groups that we found from our survey that, regardless of where you are, you believe that having good credit is a good thing to have. So they all place a premium on having good credit. Both borrowers in good standing and default, they do understand that being late means being late. So it's not that they don't know that they're late, it's more that they don't know what to do about being late. And they do read the information that comes, but they don't know what to do about it. So they put it in the drawer, put it under the mattress, do whatever. And again, they're not aware of options, and they have low top-of-mind awareness of the secondary market. And the reason that's important is because we do take inbound borrower calls. We are there, if the borrower calls us, our job is to work with them as best as possible, hook them up to their servicers. So we kind of play your role inside of Freddie Mac when the customer either feels as though they aren't making headway with their lender, or if they feel that they just can't call them. And we try to bridge that gap for them. The barrier, one of the big barriers that we have found through the survey is that people have a false sense of security. They think the situation is under control. Some of the houses that you should see in our REO portfolio in the Texas market, these are big middle-class homes. So the defaults don't just impact the low-income borrower. They impact the people who've been laid off, downsized, right-sized, mid-sized, whatever. In corporate America, they think, I got it, right? I got it, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get a job here, I'm coming, the money's coming. All of a sudden, so they don't do anything because they got it. And then they don't got it because the gavel's going down and the big, beautiful house with the 4 bedrooms and all, it's gone. And they just have this very, very false sense of security. I got the time flag, so I'm going to kind of cruise through this. What is the solution? They need more information. They need information. We've joined up with the Ad Council. We're working with our servicers. Our folks partner with our servicers to go to foreclosure, prevention, and avoidance seminars. Some of my team is here. Robert Stampagallo went out with Deb Oakley, who was the head of default servicing at Mac City, and is now working on all of these types of initiatives in Mac City. So I would encourage you to talk to them about that. But they went thinking that there would be about 40 or 50 people, maybe 100. I think you said there were something like 400 people attending the conference. Everybody wants to know more. So, since Jay's standing, is that me? Oh, I thought you were going to get on. No. Once again, where is it on? Okay. Once again, we found out of our worker survey that when they were asked unaided, what's important about this, I have 3 mics. I'm just buzzing, so it's okay. Well, I think I turned myself off, maybe. Okay, well, I just want to read you something. It says that when asked unaided, the majority of homeowners say they are not aware of the services mortgage lenders can offer a person having trouble. The key thing is when asked unaided. But when you prompt them a little bit, they say, oh yeah, we know about that. So there's something going on there where they're getting information, they're probably reading information, but they're thinking it's not benefits? Did you hear that you could restructure a mortgage, that you could do a repayment plan to catch up, that you could even ask for forbearance? Forbearance is one they mostly don't know about. They're like, oh yeah, I've heard about that. But there's some gap between getting the information and then translating it into action and saving your house. So I'm going to wrap up and say that I have some closing thoughts. Number one, I'm not going to be here because I have to run off to the meeting, but my staff is here, which is great to see. Robin Santigala is here. Can you stand up so they can find you to ask you more questions? Jackie Carr from our emerging markets area. She's not on my team, but she's on the Freddie Mac team. Teresa Lloyd is with the Falls Asset Management. You can find her. And Paul Albert, it's Paul, is here. And so you can ask them a whole lot of questions about this survey. Maybe want more data and more understanding. But in closing, I just want to say that there's a lot that needs to be done to overcome the challenges of connecting borrowers with the borrowers to help them have a successful homeownership experience. It's imperative that we continue to support strong partnerships with the housing counseling community. We will continue to conduct these pilots. We're in the middle of the second year of a pilot that we're doing that actually shows us that when we get the borrowers who have no contact and they're seriously delinquent to a counselor, when we make that contact and we get them on the path to curing, that their actual performance is better than when we just have them work on the mortgage piece with the servicer. And we're starting to believe that that's because the counseling contact is a holistic debt management facility as opposed to just working on curing the mortgage, right? So there's value that we're learning, and hopefully in a year or so we'll have more results to share with you on our study that we have sponsored with the counseling agencies. And I do believe in closing that together we can make home possible, a long-term prospect for many, many, many more people, and even people now who are facing challenges. So thanks for your time, and ask questions if you like.
Okay,